Yeah. Charlie, the holiday myself. This holiday there.
Charlie, let's do this.
Ridwan, wherever you are, you know what I'm saying?
Ridwan, this goes out to you.
It's a K. Yeah.
What's your favorite producer?
Okay, yeah.
So it's a Ramadan Kareem.
Yeah.
Hey, so it's the end of Ramadan. So it's Eid Mubarak.
Yes, it's right.
Hey, Charlie.
First, you know, go fit. So. I hope all our brothers did the right number of days of fasting. I hope so.
Yes, we pray so. This year it was 29. This year it was 29.
Okay, so we are celebrating with you today.
Of course.
So let us feel the celebration in the house.
Yes, please. It's very necessary.
Therefore, the names. Let's go with the names.
Yes, Malik Abbas Jabu. Sadiq Abdullahi Abu of M3 Music.
Yes, Sadiq.
Yes, and his wife Adiza Ibrahim.
Yes. No, don't.
Of Electroland Ghana.
Thank you.
Adiza, we'll take the meat in air condition.
We are waiting here.
Yeah, we'll take it in the form of an air condition.
We have been fasting with you. We have to celebrate with you.
Aisha Ibrahim of Joy News. It's very serious.
Latif
Idris.
Don't try with me.
AKA the Galamsey Bomber.
Ridwan Ibrahim Asante.
Ridwan. If we don't see you today, tomorrow don't come to
Don't try us. As this chaotic shout has gone.
Look, this chaotic shout is not for nothing.
We are here and waiting.
Abubakar Ibrahim.
We will celebrate.
Nasiba.
Yes, that's
of Nigeria Online.
Yes, we don't want.
Where are they?
We don't want any problem.
Who are they?
You are giving all the name. We don't want any problem. Okay. So please, let us get this done.
Yeah, let's be
let's
quick.
Just roll
it's
it.
7:18. By 10, then
by 10 prayers over. Let's see what we're supposed to do.
If you place the order now, place the order at a Christian restaurant. They are not going to pray. They'll bring it here.
The Joy Sports Center on such a wonderful day.
On such a wonderful Salah day.
Oh my God!
Is brought to you by Alhaji MTN 4G Plus.
Alhaji MTN.
For the fastest connectivity and highest internet speed, choose MTN TableNet. Hajia Multi TV.
Thank you.
Multi TV just thrills.
Hajia Maria.
Malam Standard Chartered Bank.
Yes.
Here for good. I wake up to a good morning because there's so much to look forward to only on MTN. Your mornings are brighter because you're giving you 400 megabytes and 30 minutes of free on-net calls at just one Ghana cedi from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Just imagine all the amazing things you can do online and all those long gists you can have with your friends and family every morning. My guy, just dial *138# and you're sorted. MTN Coco, we day for you everywhere you go. And a good morning to you too as well, Abdul Malik Kweku Baku Jr.
You are part of it all.
You are part of it, senior. You are part of it.
Senior, please. Redeem the image.
Please. Yeah, because your boys here, they are not doing it.
We are not joking.
Okay. But Standard Chartered wishes to inform all its shareholders of its annual general meeting, AGM, which comes off on Thursday, June 6, 2019, at the National Theatre opposite Efwa Sutherland Children's Park for the ordinary business of the company. Time is 11 a.m. Standard Chartered here for good.
Yeah. And let's get into the Sports Center. This holiday, we'll take it soft, take it cool. It's day 3 of the Black Stars training tour in Abu Dhabi ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. Goalkeeper Richard Ofori is the latest to join the team, with the only absentee now, US-based Jonathan Mensah, who's expected to join by the close of the day. Coach Kwesi Appiah's focus now will be on preparing the team for the tournament, which kicks off in 16 days' time. But with the group opponents, 3 scouts, Didi Dramani, Salas Tete, and David Duncan, will be keeping an eye on them. Now, former Black Stars defender Sam Johnson wants all of them to do a very good job.
And those who are those who are going to go and scout for the coach, they have to be very good also to open their eyes to put everything on paper. What maybe these defenders, this is what they do. They have this number 2. This is how we go about it. When they have the ball, this is how it operates. When the midfield is playing, this is the defenders are relaxing. They are not careful about in whatever they are doing, especially when the attack is going, they slip a bit. All these things need to be told to the coach so that we can use that to punish them.
Well, that's ex-Ghana international Sam Johnson, and he was speaking on the Joy AFCON Diaries. There's more coming your way, though, but we have to talk about more of the Africa Cup of Nations, and here's Baba Tando with today's edition of the Joy AFCON Minute.
Football together. We are ready.
The AFCON Minute on Joy is brought to you by Total Excellium, the fuel that cleans your engine kilometer after kilometer, in association with DSTV. Steve Mvue, so far, will be the youngest player at the 2019 Total African Cup of Nations. The 17-year-old helped Cameroon win the African Under-17 Championship earlier this year and emerged player of the tournament. Head coach Clarence Seedorf added Mvue to his provisional 34-man squad despite the youngster playing in the 4th tier of Cameroonian football. Don't forget to follow the hashtag JoyAFCON2019 on social media. Salam.
All right, so listen to the Joy AFCON Minute on the Sports Center from Monday through to Friday at 7:15 a.m. to be able to answer simple questions during the Joy AFCON podcast show every Friday at 7 p.m. Answer correctly for amazing prizes from multi-choice Ghana such as DSTV Zappers, Zappa decoders, and of course GoTV Digiboxes. So we're expecting to be giving you some wonderful prizes, for Friday's show. So you have to keep tuned in there. Now, away from the AFCON, Asante Kotoko could rescind their decision of not playing the Tier 1 semi-finals against Hearts should the GFA come to terms with them. The Porcupine Warriors stated that they desire not to play due to the semi-final format, which for them is not in the tournament regulations there. Here's a spokesperson of the club, Samuel Safaduku.
Well, moving forward, I believe that if the FA considers this decision and then come to terms with us, why not? We are prepared to help Ghana football properly normalize. So we hope that with this they would go back to their drawing board and then have a second look at our concerns. We believe that we have genuine concerns. We are not doing this for any malicious intent. It's for the betterment of the game.
It looks like it's not just Kotoko Hearts semi-final, which is in a limbo. Karela United, who are built to face Ashanti Gold in the other semi-final at the Obuasi Lenkley Stadium, have also started asking questions with regard to the format. Here's spokesperson Eric Alligede.
If, even at all, they want to activate Article 23, which talks about provisions that are not made in the regulations, and they want to activate that particular article, then they should take the clubs into consideration. We all got to the semi-finals on merit. Why do you hand home advantage to one of the teams against the other? It doesn't matter whether they top the group or not. It was silent. It was specifically silent on who, whether you top the group or you play second. It only spoke about 2 teams qualifying from their group to play in the semi-finals of the competition. All we are asking for is that at least the NC will give all of us a neutral ground and say that, okay, you, Karela, move from Enyinase and come to Cape Coast. You, Asgold, move from Obuasi and come to Cape Coast.
Eric Alligede speaks for Karela United. Now, away from that, the Tier 2 quarter-final games will be played today with a top liner at the Obuasi Lenkley Stadium, where there will be an all-Premier League encounter between Ashanti Gold and Midyama SC. Kotoko will play Brekum Arsenal in Kumasi, with Proud United up against Unistar. Hearts of Lions will take on Nzema Kotoko. Now we move away and we can give you some news from around the world. And former Spain and Real Madrid boss Julen Lopetegui has been appointed as Sevilla manager on a 3-year contract. Now, Lopetegui was sacked by Spain 2 days before the start of the 2018 World Cup after he was named as new Real Madrid manager. He was then sacked by Real in October after 4.5 months in charge following a 5-1 defeat to Barcelona. Spanish football writer Juan Castro says the former Real Madrid boss will fit in perfectly.
Yes, I mean, I think it's a good sign for both. I mean, I think it's positive for Lopetegui to sign for Sevilla, which is not the Champions League team. they will play Europa League, but this is among the big names in La Liga, Sevilla, of course. And also, I think it's a big sign for Sevilla because Lopetegui is a coach who has demonstrated a lot in national team, not in Real Madrid, that is true, but in Porto. I think we consider him a good coach that was unlucky in Real Madrid. So I think for both sides, it's really positive.
Real Madrid have signed striker Luka Jovic from Eintracht Frankfurt for an undisclosed fee subject to a medical. A 21-year-old Serbian international has agreed a 6-year deal with Zinedine Zidane's side. Now, Jovic only joined Eintracht on a permanent deal in April when they activated a clause following a 2-year loan spell from Benfica. All right, then, let's do some tennis now. And Roger Federer has set up a French Open semi-final against defending champion Rafa Nadal by overcoming fellow Swiss Dan Wawrinka in 4 sets. Shortly before Federer won, Nadal completed a 6-1, 6-1, 6-3 win over Kei Nishikori in the quarterfinals. But the 20-time Grand Slam champion Federer endured an energy-sapping 3 hours and 17 minutes on the court Suzanne to win 7-6, 4-6, 7-6, 6-4. Tennis reporter Russell Fuller is in France and has been watching both closely.
It was another exceptional performance by Roger Federer, who, remember, hadn't played at Roland Garros for 4 years and hadn't played on clay at all for the last couple of seasons, but got some good wins under his belt in the warm-up events, and now is in the semi-finals again after beating his fellow Swiss Wawrinka in 4 sets. The third set was crucial. Wawrinka had won the second set. He went to break up in the third set. Remember, he played for 5 hours and 9 minutes to beat Stefanos Tsitsipas over 2 days in the previous round, but Federer got the break back, won the tie-break, and took the fourth set after a brief interruption for a deluge. Thunderstorms had been hovering rather threateningly above Roland Garros for a couple. We've seen Rafa Nadal play Kei Nishikori a fair few times, and particularly on clay, there was only ever likely to be one winner. And again, Nishikori had played 2 exceptionally long matches in a row, 2 5-set matches in the last 2 rounds lasting over 4 hours, most recently over 2 days against Benoit Paire of France in the 4th round. So the odds were heavily stacked against him, and he was playing the greatest clay court player of all time, Nadal, into a 12th French Open semi-final, a 91st win out of 93 matches at Roland Garros, 6-1, 6-1, 6-3. It was a bit of a non-event.
Very difficult to play against Rafael Nadal on clay. Well, we'll see what happens when Rafael Nadal takes on Roger Federer. That's on Friday. But we've got 2 quarterfinal matchups to come then, with Dominic Thiem facing Karen Khachanov. Well, one of the great guys who are upcoming, Novak Djokovic as well, is still in there, and he's up against Alexander Zverev. That will be in. But in the female draw, we have Madison Keys up against Alice Bate. And of course, we've got defending champion Simona Halep up against Amanda Anisimova. Let's do athletics now. The IAAF says it would seek a swift reversal of a decision that allows Olympic 800 meters champion Caster Semenya to temporarily compete without taking testosterone-reducing medication. Yesterday, Switzerland's Federal Supreme Court temporarily suspended a new IAAF ruling that will restrict testosterone levels in female runners. However, the IAAF says suspension only applied to Semenya. The BBC's Alex Capstick has more.
The IAAF have been very clear right from the start that they don't want to discriminate against anyone. They want to create a level playing field. They're acting in the interests of the majority of female athletes. They think it's unfair that athletes like Caster Semenya, who have these natural levels of testosterone, are competing, and they have an unfair advantage. So, but if you look at social media, there's been a lot of support for Caster Semenya. Certainly from the IAAF, I expect they want to get this sorted out as soon as possible. They want to put a lid on the whole thing, but I think that's unlikely now, because whilst the Swiss courts consider this case, it could take weeks, it could take months. We've got a World Championship coming up in Doha in September. We've got Olympic Games in Tokyo next year. They want to get this sorted out well before Doha, well before the Olympics. But whilst it rumbles on, who knows what's going to happen.
All right, so we'll see where that goes. Now we have to tell you about the news in the ongoing Under-20 FIFA World Cup. Well, Mali beat Argentina on penalties to qualify for the quarterfinals. Great news there. Korea Republic as well, with the win over Japan, are also through to the quarterfinals alongside the USA, who beat France there by 3-2. So great stuff to look in there. And the UEFA Nations League is on. We've got the first semi-final today. We've got Portugal up against Switzerland, and that's one that we're keeping tabs on, because we'll be bringing you live commentary on the final game on Sunday for the UEFA Nations League. So there's a whole lot. This is a fantastic football season.
Fantastic. And we're counting down to the AFCON.
We're counting down to the Africa Cup of Nations. There's the Joy AFCON podcast. There is also the Copa America somewhere where it is. Copa America beginning. We've also got the Women's World Cup, FIFA Women's World Cup beginning. So this is an off season, but it doesn't feel like an off season. If all things are fine, on June 16 we have Hearts of Oak versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko, here for you. So you just have to stick with Joy Sports as we take you all the way through. And for Chelsea fans who are wondering what's happening with their coach, Mauricio Sarri, the latest notes from him.
He's very sorry.
He says that the call of Italy is so strong. My friend, if you want to go. Which call of Italy is very
Sounds
strong?
like someone has been called to be this.
I said the call of Italy is so strong.
I feel the call strong.
I can feel the call strong.
I can feel it.
Look at Sario. He's won Europa League. That's what the Lord can do in your life. That's it for the Joy Sports set. Of course, Sarri today is telling Chelsea that the call of Italy is so strong. Europa
George,
League.
Let's finish with a good one for our Muslim brothers.
Yes.
We are not playing the songs in vain.
Celebrating with
We
you.
are celebrating with you.
Keeping it
always.
tight. The whole day.
The whole
And we have made sure that the programs have been tailored
to fit you.
fit you. So let us do it. We are here.
Ayo.
We are so fantastic. You must have me wrong, bombastic. The gig is about come on gymnastic. Baba shaka, nine naki. Tatu beni sama da kasa taiswa. Kita